back again.
Yay.
Oh my goodness, this is our last one for this season. Can you believe it?
I know, that's kind of crazy to think about.
We did it. We like
one season down.
I love it. We did what we came out to do.
I know, this is so exciting.
Super exciting.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to release the season, or we're going to finish the season. We're going to take a little break, and then that will come back in the fall.
That's right. So if it's like season 1.2, I don't know what to call it. Maybe it turns into season 2 in the fall.
Yes. I think maybe season 2 in the fall.
Okay, so sure.
Yeah.
So we're doing 8 episodes.
Yes.
At a time.
Per season.
So we're gonna do 8 now.
Yeah.
We'll release 8 more.
Take a little break over the summer,
Mhm.
because we know that as moms, like, we need a little bit of a break.
That's
and
right.
we'll be with our kids. So here we are.
And then we'll do it again in the fall.
We'll do it again in the fall. Yeah. Okay. So this episode, I'm excited to talk about how we scout for locations.
Yes.
I think this is something that sometimes photographers may gatekeep, which is fine, which is kind of interesting.
That's an interesting point. Okay.
And then I don't think we do.
I don't
We'll tell you exactly where we're going to be, where everything else.
Right.
And then, so we're going to talk to you all about how we find those really pretty locations.
And what we look for.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Okay, so as always, let's start with our top 3.
Okay, go for it.
I'll go first. Okay, so my first one is lip oil.
Okay.
Have you ever had a lip oil done, or like, have you bought one?
No, I don't know what that is. What is it?
So basically it's like a gloss.
Okay.
Except it stays on longer.
Is it like a stain? Or is it
Kind of.
Is it like tinted?
It's tinted.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But it makes your lips, it's not as sticky as a gloss is.
Yeah, I don't like sticky stuff.
It's very smooth and almost velvety feeling on your lips. And then it also just hydrates so well.
Okay.
The girl that I love, that I've used for years and years and years, she's actually here in Houston. Her name is Gentry Kelly.
Yes.
So she has a new lip oil line that came out, and it's amazing.
And you use her
Yes,
line.
I love her stuff. I mean, I really love it just because it stays on. When you put it on, it stays on for the whole day.
I love it.
I mean, you don't have to really reapply anything.
I've been looking for something like this, so I might have to try this.
That's just like such a game changer. So I love a good lip oil. My second one is my car wash membership.
Okay, I want to hear about this.
So,
who doesn't need a car wash membership, as a mom at least?
I agree. So this one started in COVID.
Okay.
Because you know how we were so cooped up, you couldn't really do anything.
You did it for an activity.
I did it for an activity. I was like, I need to get my little kids out of the house, and we need to get in the car and we need to go somewhere.
Okay, I love this.
So I signed up for a car wash membership. So we go to Blue Wave, which is, I don't know if they're nationwide or not, but for sure they're here in Houston.
Okay.
And so I have one at Blue Wave Car Wash, and then you just go through, get your car washed, and then it's just amazing.
Do you let them do the inside too? Like, is it a vacuum?
So the one that I do is not full service, so I could vacuum myself.
Oh, so it is the option to
it
go
has
in.
Right, exactly, right.
Okay.
So you can go vacuum. They have towels and all the things to wipe everything down. So and then they have all the extra stuff. So we have a car wash membership, and I still use it. Like, I'm still using it all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, especially now. I actually need to go run through it because my car looks like I live in the country.
I mean, I do too. But fun fact, we're in the land of Buc-ee's, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you aren't from Texas and you don't know what Buc-ee's is, come visit us, because it is a landmark.
It is a landmark.
It is of itself. But that is like what my kids like to do with my husband on a Sunday afternoon.
They like to go through the Buc-ee's car wash?
Because in Katy...
Okay, isn't it like the longest car wash in Texas?
It is. It's the longest car wash. And my kids like think it's the greatest activity ever. and I will say they will do it like when I'm at a session, or like I have something else going on, or honestly I'm like just reading on my couch for an hour or two. But my kids think it's the greatest. And so it's similar where you just drive through. It's not a membership. You drive through and then you go and vacuum.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
Just had to throw that out there
because it has all the lights and all the the foam
and it's Buc-ee. Have you been through it? No, like the light is a Buc-ee. So like it goes on your car.
Wait, no, I didn't know that.
As a light up Buc-ee.
Okay, no, this is gonna sound terrible. I am not very observant. I'm just kind of like when I go through things, I just don't really. I'm not observant. I'm not that person. I don't know why. I have other strengths. Paul tells me that all the time. He's like, you have other strengths. Observation is not my king name.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
But I'm very detailed in certain things that I need to be detailed in. Observation.
But just not that, yeah.
Not
Okay,
at all.
well,
so I didn't even know. I have been through it.
Okay, well, it does. It does
Didn't
have
know.
a Bucky. It is like a projection of Bucky that goes on your window. Okay, anyway, keep going. What's
Anyway,
number
oh my gosh, I
3?
love it. Yeah, it's a good car wash. That's one of my favorite things. Okay, so then also Postinos. So Postinos, I think is pretty nationwide.
Yeah. We have
Anyway,
several here in Houston.
Here in Houston, yeah. And then for sure they're all across Texas. But Postinos has a Tuesday night. I think it's just Tuesdays, or maybe it's Mondays and Tuesdays. But they have a boards and bottles night.
Ooh.
So you get a board of their bruschetta. So
Yes.
you get 4 different slices of bread and 4 different sections
Okay.
of bruschetta. So enough to split with
Yeah,
someone. And
yeah.
then you get a bottle of wine
Ooh.
for $25.
That's a really good deal.
And and it's like any bottle of wine on their wine list, pretty much.
Really?
I mean, you can choose, and they have a very large selection of what kind of wine you can
They
get.
do. Yeah.
Which
they
is
have a good
impressive.
menu.
And so, but it starts at 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then I think they close at like 10:30 or something. So it's like 2-hour window, right?
Yeah.
So you have to really get there. I usually, anytime I go with my girlfriends, we get there at like 7:30.
Yeah.
And we get like a little bite to eat beforehand.
Yes.
And then we do the boards and bottle
Okay,
afterwards.
That's fun. I like this.
So don't discount Postinos for like a girls' night or even like a date night. Like it's just,
you
or
just
even,
have to go on a Tuesday.
you just have to go on a Tuesday. I know.
I mean, I'm all for a Tuesday date night.
But I mean, like, talk about marketing. Like,
That's-
that was like one of those things where I was like, oh, I will definitely go to Postinos for $25 to get a bottle of wine.
For
and
sure.
food. That's
for
great.
Sure. I could go right now. Let's be honest.
I know. Oh, girl, me too. I know. Anyway, those are my 3.
Okay, I like those. Okay, so funny. I also have a lip thing that
Oh.
I brought. That's my number 1, and this is something I found on Things I Bought in Light.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you follow her on Instagram?
I do, and I need to probably start engaging more because I think she kind of fell off my radar a little bit.
That happened to me too, and she started coming back again. But I got this from her, and this is probably my 2nd canister of this. Anyway,
wow.
I'll post it. But this is like, I love to have lip stuff on all the time. Like I used to be a chapstick person. I have graduated into like the adult version of the chapstick. And I do have 2 different versions. Like this is my daytime one that I keep in my purse, and it is supposed to be a plumping lip mask. And so this is the one I'm putting on all day long, and I do feel like it kind of feels like a little bit of something.
Like
and then
a little bit of filler.
Yes.
Okay.
And then my nighttime one is the Laneige lip mask. Have you ever used that one?
Okay, so I am not really a big lip girl.
Are you not?
Other than my lip oil, like I literally I'm just getting into a lip oil. Like this.
You're not a chapstick person?
No, not really. No, not at all. Like
that's so funny because I am like obsessively. I always have to have something on my lips.
Will your
like,
lips typically get really dry?
I don't know if it's because I always have something on it, so then I feel like if they're starting to, like right now I wish I could put it on, but I won't. But yeah, so I'll tell you what, that's 2 for 1, what my daytime and what my nighttime ones are because I love a lip mask.
Love that.
Okay, so this is something I was doing my laundry this morning before we came here, and this is worth mentioning always because I put it on social media every season. But I have an in-season basket in my laundry room that my kids' uniforms.
Okay.
So when they're in a sport, which we play sports every season.
Yes.
Once their jersey is clean, it goes into the box.
Oh.
So instead of having to like dig through the laundry or like it goes upstairs and then nobody can find it, if it is a piece of your uniform in season, it goes in the box. And I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, if you're taking your clothes off, like you do it in the laundry room and then go upstairs because I don't want to have to hunt down like whatever that uniform is. Yeah. I'm gonna wash it and it's gonna get put away immediately.
That's genius.
So everything goes in there. Like I have my daughter with her bow, or my son with his socks and belt that he needs for baseball. Anyway, if it is something that goes for that season's uniform, it lives in the box in my laundry room.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to start implementing this because literally yesterday, we were looking.
You can't find it,
no.
right? I know.
And I told Henry, I was like, buddy, you're going to have to wear some different socks. I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
We can't find them. They've lost. The dryer ate them. I don't know what to tell you. They're gone. They're gone. And so he's like, oh my gosh, I can't find them. And then, of course, it's like a huge meltdown. I love that. Okay, well, that, I'm just going to be uploading that tomorrow.
It's great. And again, you just, like, it literally is a box that lives there. So, like, once we're done with soccer and football season, then that's no longer the uniform. They go, whatever, you can wear it now, whenever, whatever day. Sure. But if it's in season, like, that goes, it lives in the box.
You don't
and then we know where everything is.
Oh my gosh.
So in some cases, you know, my kids have like multiple games a week.
Yeah.
So I'm having to like watch it. It's not in. Sometimes it's like we only do it once a Saturday.
Right.
You know. So anyway, that's one of my biggest things that has like been a lifesaver.
Oh my goodness.
With 4 kids too. Like when I have 4 different like sports that we're playing in one season, I need to know where everybody's stuff is. It has made a huge difference.
Okay, and that's my list.
Okay, so then my last one, I just added this quickly. You know I love tequila. We talked about this with your Mexico trip.
Yes.
So my mom doesn't drink tequila, but she was invited to a tequila tasting.
Oh.
And it was like a women-owned tequila business.
Oh.
And it's called, I think it's called 1953 is the tequila. And ultimately, the story, I think I might butcher this, but I think the story is that they had this tequila company in their family in Mexico. Well, there were no sons to pass it down to.
Okay.
And they were just going to close.
Oh.
And because that's
what you
culturally what you do.
Right.
There is a man that would take it over.
Correct.
Well, these women said, well, we want to do it. That were the daughters of that whatever the generation was.
Yes.
And so they took it over.
Wow.
And it is really, really, the tequila is fabulous.
Amazing.
It is so good.
So smooth.
So smooth. It is a tasting, or like a sipping tequila.
Okay.
I mean, I drink it with a little bit of like sparkling water and lime, but it is really, really good. But I just love the story behind it too.
My goodness.
And like here in Houston, you can get it from Specs. I'm sure you can go to a liquor store somewhere. But look up the story. It's a really cool story.
I
just love that it's women owned. They had the box is beautiful. They had this really cool like description on it, and it was talking about just like joining together and being like supportive of each other as women and like people. Anyway, I loved it. So anyway, I'm a huge fan of the story. I'm a huge fan of the tequila is good.
Really good.
So anyway, I will put a link on it in case you're interested in this tequila. So that's my third one.
That's amazing. Okay, girl.
Okay, let's do locations.
I'm so excited about this. Okay, so
location is everything, is what they say.
Oh my gosh, location.
Right.
It is incredible. Okay, so I would love to know, what do you look for when you're going out and we say scouting a location? One, do you just get in your car and start driving around? Do you just walk around? Good question. Where do you go? What do you do?
Yeah, right.
Where do you start?
Gosh, I feel like there are so many places I have gone for so many years that I don't even know how I originally started going there. I feel like when I'm looking for a location, I want there to be trees. Like I want there to be a decent amount of shade. I don't want to just be in full sun. Only. Like I'm fine if there are certain areas that have that, but I do want to have some sort of cover. From the sun. And I don't know, I have places that I really like. I like to have options where I'm looking for something that's a little bit more manicured. And things that are a little bit more wild, like free, where it's like wildflowers or
tall
grasses that are pretty. I love the trees with the Spanish moss in them certain times of the year.
It's a very southern thing.
Yes, and I think it's beautiful. I love it in the back of pictures. So yeah, I think I am looking for, I think it depends on what kind of session I'm looking for, right? So if I'm looking for a senior, because I do a decent amount of senior sessions, then I like to have things that fit their personality differently. So is it, like I said, is it going to be a more traditional looking, with columns and trees and manicured, or is it going to be wildflowers like at the Arboretum? A little boho. I have one that I really like to do, and not everybody takes me up on it, but it's in downtown Richmond.
Oh.
Here in Texas.
Okay.
I mean, in Houston.
Yeah.
And it really, if you go on a Sunday afternoon, it's dead. There is nothing going
there.
on, nobody there, and so I can use the streets and I can use the older buildings.
That's fun.
And there are train tracks right next to.
Yes.
I mean, so it's literally got
like that in the background.
everything.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, those are the things I'm looking for. Sometimes I have just gone out and like driven around, or I will be going somewhere and something will catch my eye and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna remember that.
Oh, kind of like the other day when we were downtown.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me, why are there these historic homes down here?
Can we use them?
Can we use these? Because they're in the back of one of the homes was this gorgeous, like, latticed. I mean, it almost looked like a greenhouse. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, that would be beautiful.
Right, totally. And I think that is part of it too, is like when you're an artist, you probably just like your eye catches. Like if you see something. Right. I mean, I will say, I told you this before we started recording when we picked location. Last year, I could not find really 2 years ago, I could not find a good bluebonnet location. And I like did not know where everybody was finding these good bluebonnets. Again, another Texas thing. But I did like literally just drive around the city of Houston for hours, hours looking for these bluebonnets. And I will say I did search it on Instagram and I like pulled up a couple of places and I found some that I really liked. We have since located the place in Texas, or at least in Houston. Anyway, so I just think when you're like, that's what I do at least. I don't know, do you have a specific like thing that you look forward to?
Yes, I think the same thing. Like whenever whenever you're kind of just driving around and you find a spot that's like, oh my gosh, that would be so beautiful. I think another thing that I make sure that I do is, especially like, for example, that downtown little spot.
Yes.
Trying to figure out who owns that piece.
Yeah.
And then just reaching out to be like, hi, checking in. I just want to see, I'm a photographer. I would love to bring my clients here and use this spot.
Is it City of Houston or is it?
Who do I need to reach out to get one, permission to use this?
Totally.
Is this a city park? Is it privately owned, right? Because you don't want to just like hop the fence and go onto someone's private property and then it's like, excuse me, what are you doing here, right?
Yeah. Have you ever had that happen to you? Like as an early photographer, I know that now we're more seasoned, but like, did that happen to you back in the day before you knew any better, where you were like called out or you were somewhere and you didn't have a permit and it was a place you needed to, did it happen?
Yes,
okay.
yes. A little awkward. It's so awkward. Well, I mean, it's awkward because you're with your clients, right?
Totally. Oh, totally.
So, we were at the, oh my goodness, where is that place? Right there by Herman Park. It's in the gardens. The
Centennial Gardens.
Centennial Gardens.
Did that happen to you?
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
So what happened is I didn't realize that, I thought it was like the public park that you didn't, and sometimes public parks don't need permits, right? Mm-hmm. And then others
like
do.
when we go to Terry Hershey Park, for example, you don't need a permit.
No, exactly.
You just show up.
Terry Hershey is great. You don't need a permit for that one.
Right.
However, but like Eastern Glades, the Memorial Park,
you do.
There, you do need one, right? Which
and
is
not
also
just
another
Eastern
city park.
Glades. Even if you go to the picnic area.
Right.
Yeah, like there's a great area there that I love to use.
Exactly.
You technically need it
a
there
permit.
too. Yeah.
Yes. Or the Arboretum. You need a permit for the Arboretum. Anyway, so I was there thinking like, okay, I can just photograph here, no big deal. Again, newbie photographer, didn't know.
Right.
With clients, and was stopped by one of the workers, and they asked me. They were like, "Hey,
did they
we're
kick
so glad
you out?
you're here. We need a permit." And so no, they did not. They were so sweet about it. But I told them, I was like, I have like 15 more minutes left. Do you mind if we just like finish real quick? And then I promise I will
not do this
I will
again.
never do this again. And I'm definitely like a rule follower.
Totally.
And so I definitely did not do it again. I went through all the correct avenues, but I did ask them like, okay, well, who do I even reach out to get this permit? And what do I do?
Have you done it again? Have you gotten one at Herman Park before?
Yes. And it does take a little bit of time.
That is my least favorite one. I'm not gonna lie. I did it this last year.
Yes.
And it was terrible.
It's hard to
the
get.
permit process
is hard.
Well, they messed it up.
Oh gosh.
And so, when we're scheduling our sessions for the fall and planning, like these are the dates I'm going to be at Herman Park, and anyway, it turned into like a literal nightmare, which maybe means I might not ever do it there again. I mean, they were pretty and I did really like it. But like some things that make it a little bit easier on us as photographers, like Rice University is one of the places I really like to use.
Yes.
And they actually make it super easy to do it there.
It's for a year. Oh, no. It's per session, isn't it?
Well, so you buy one for the year there, but it's like, what, $50 for the year? And then, yes, you do have to schedule each session and pay each time you go.
Right.
But, like, that's reasonable.
Like,
yeah, the way they do it is easy, and it's online. That is the one I have found is the hardest, is the Herman Park one. Mm-hmm. But I did have a client actually who went with a photographer, and she didn't know she needed a permit, and they would not let her in. Like, they were like standing at the Centennial Garden gates asking for permits, and like she had bought a session in the Centennial Garden, and that's not where they ended up.
Oh.
Because they couldn't go in because she didn't have a permit.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that was very kind that they let you finish.
They did. I mean, this was like what, like 12, you know, like a long, not 12 years ago, but like at least like early. 8 years ago, pretty much really early. Yes. Yeah. Probably before they started having an influx of photographers come through. Right. But they did crack down quite substantially recently, you know, to make sure that like, okay, no, because it's beautiful. I mean, it's manicured. They want to make sure that
it is pretty, and it has really beautiful flowers if you're there during the right season.
The spring, it's gorgeous. It is so pretty. But so that's one thing that I just make sure that whenever I am going someplace now, that I look for, you know, private property, permitting, and then looking into all those different avenues. Same thing with you. I like a good tree moment. I like the tall grass sometimes in different places. Sometimes too, if I'm ever like out on a walk, if I know that there's different trails around Houston, I'll take my kids and be like, hey, we're gonna go on an adventure, and we're just gonna go walk.
We actually love doing that. I have done that with my kids too, and they think it's really fun. Like, they love to go with me and like, oh, can we go and do that place? You know, they like remember it. Yes. So I like doing that too.
Exactly. Or I mean, a lot of the times it's like, oh, well, we just drove by it, and I'm like, ooh, I need to, you know, keep that in the back of my mind. I really think that might be a good spot to use. And then sometimes it becomes like overpopulated, and you know, you kind of know the times, you know, when to go, when not to go. It's like South Boulevard and
for sure,
all that kind of stuff.
Well, and one of the things that I like to, I don't know if this is something that you consider, I like to consider places where the parking is easy.
Yes. Oh my gosh, me too.
Because for me, I mean, I don't want to walk for, I mean, the Terry Hershey one, that one can be far to get where you need to go, for like example for the bluebonnets. Yes. But in general, like, I don't want to have to make my clients bring their baby or their toddler,
and we're gonna walk
and we're gonna walk forever.
Yes,
and so that is one of the things I really try to look for when I'm looking for a session. Or a location, because I want it to be easy for my clients.
Yes, like free parking is big for us here too. I mean, in Houston, it's hard. I mean,
I would rather pay for parking and it be close.
Yes. Oh my gosh, me too.
Than having to like park down the street and walk for 10 minutes or whatever the case may be.
Absolutely. And we have free parking here it's like ample free parking. Anytime I go to a different city and I have to pay to park every single time I go somewhere, I'm like, this is annoying.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Just because we just don't really pay to park here. Right, I mean, everything is pretty free to park
for sure
in different places. But I would also agree. And then same thing with like studio locations. Looking in to see, you know, what can you bring in, what can you not bring in, can you bring pets to this place, can you not bring pets to this place? Because there are some places that will not allow you to bring your pet, even like into, I want to say Centennial Gardens, I think you can bring your pet in. Yeah. But even like some parks, like you can't really bring your pets, right?
Totally.
Or at the tree farm. There are some days, like whenever the farm is open to the public, you can't bring your pets in or your dogs in. But when the park is closed, or whenever it's closed to the public and it's just for photographers, then you can bring them in. But
this is one of the things that I talk about on social media that like it's kind of the behind the scenes life of a photographer.
Because
if you hire a good photographer, like these are the things they're doing, right? Like you don't ever have to think about are we gonna have a permit? Are we gonna be able to, like, where's the good parking? You know, are we gonna be able to bring, because like those are the things that if you are a good, we do that.
We've already done it.
Yeah, those are the things that like we've already looked into. We know all of the information. And if you are a new photographer, then like make that a best practice, right? Like be aware of starting to look for it on the website. I had this happen to me one time where it's a really good friend of mine and they're also my client, and we showed up at the Arboretum and it was closed. And that was where, and it was like an extended family session, so they had like their whole family with them. And it had to move locations. We made it work. It was fine. And he kind of like offhandedly was like, that sounds like something the photographer should know. And I'm like, guess what? You're right. So now what do? I check the events calendar like obsessively.
Yes.
Because sometimes the Arboretum is closed.
So I did that too.
Did that happen to you too?
Okay, well mine was with Memorial Park.
Okay.
And they had the golf tournament.
Yeah. And that's,
do you remember when that happened?
And that is crazy.
So they shut down roads.
Yeah, they sure do.
I mean, that's not even something where it's just the park that's shut down.
Yeah.
It's like road closures.
Yep.
And so I didn't think, we're not golfers. That's not something we do. So I didn't know that this was happening at this time on this date.
And there are so many factors when we're picking session dates that we're having to already look at.
Yeah.
But truly, like I can totally, and that's what happened with me. I can totally feel how you would like miss the Houston Open.
Oh my gosh, by the way, there's a massive professional golf tournament happening right now. So I just texted all of my clients and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We're going to move it down to the Arboretum, just right down the road. It's still going to have the same look and feel, but this is where we're at. So now I look at the golf schedule, you know.
Now we know.
When I'm planning
only takes one time.
Yes, to be like, oh, by the way, we can't do it here. But most of the time when I'm sending out a list, especially when my clients are saying, you know, I want this, I love this look that you have on your Instagram or that you have on your website. Where is this? And then I'll be like, oh, okay, this is where this location is. Here's here's the address. I'll meet you there.
Right.
And then, and then same thing, parking. I also joke that I like to see my car from where I'm parked or like where I'm photographing. I really don't like to walk far.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just like, I'm like, if I can see my car from where I'm photographing, I'm like, this is a great location.
Yeah. I like that.
Just because, again, sometimes, especially after, especially with kids, with small kids, after 30 minutes, they're going to melt.
Totally.
Down. They're just going to lose their up-loving mind. And so trying to drag a toddler an hour, you know what I mean? Like a mile back to your car.
And a lot of times we live in Houston, it's hot.
It is so hot.
When we have good weather, we have good weather. But when we don't, it is really hot.
It is so hot. And so if you can see your car from where we're shooting and you can just like push the double click that button on your remote to start your car to cool it down.
Totally.
Oh my gosh, it's a game changer. To be like, hey, by the way, Dad, I need you to go ahead and start your car because you're going to be done in about 10 minutes. And then that way when you get in your car, it's full blast. It's cold.
So true. I love that.
So I would say definitely all of those things. And then also when I'm looking for a location, to check what they allow and what they don't allow. So talking about dogs, glitter and confetti.
Yeah, you mentioned this.
So,
did you learn from experience?
No. So I say I learned from experience to the point of like, oh my goodness, where I would show up to a location and there would be glitter and confetti all over the ground. And I'm like...
That other people had left behind.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Got that. We'll cut that out. So anyway, that was one of those things where I looked at it and it was like, oh my goodness, what in the world is happening?
Yeah, what's all over the ground?
Yes, and so then that's going to be all of my photos. And so now I look, please don't, if you're a photographer, if you have glitter and confetti, just make sure that you're picking it up after yourself. So that's one thing that I tell my clients.
Yeah.
That if we're going to do like a gender reveal or whatever, and we have this confetti cannon popping,
yeah,
just know
we're gonna be cleaning
we're
it up.
cleaning it all up afterwards. So if that's
Totally.
something that you want to do and you're gung-ho about it, phenomenal. Like,
For sure.
I'm in it. I will help you clean up every
Right.
single piece of that confetti.
Right.
But we're not going to just leave it out here for the birds to keep for their nest,
For
and
sure.
for other photographers to have to try and figure out how
Or
they're gonna
next
edit it
time
out.
it's gonna like blow away, or wait until the lawn
Exactly.
service comes and it gets
Exactly.
cut
Same
up.
thing also with the smoke cannons.
Oh,
So, fun fact.
do they leave behind?
So sometimes they will be left behind, and they'll leave this large streak of
Are you
color.
serious?
Yes,
Oh, I had no
across
idea.
the ground. And it can also be a fire hazard. So here in Texas, if it doesn't rain for like months,
which we can have.
and we've got the massive droughts, then it can cause a grass fire. And so it's like this huge thing, right? And so these are all the little things.
Bring an extra water bottle or something to wash it away.
Yes, exactly. And so I'm like, okay, can we use a confetti cannon? Can we use a smoke cannon or whatever? What does this look like in these areas? So then that way, we're also following rules, and we don't get kicked out, and we don't ruin it for other photographers. I think that's another thing too, is like, you don't want to ruin that spot for another person.
Totally. Well, and I have also been to locations that are really popular where there's a lot of photographers, and just being aware of kind of where you are. I mean, I know you can't necessarily be completely out of someone's background if it's a popular location, but just like having awareness of where you are. I have had that happen to me before, where I had like tried to move my background, and they keep following me, or they like are just right on top of me, or and I get there are certain situations where you want to put your client in a pretty scene in the background or whatever, but then it's like flat.
Yes.
Or someone else, so yes, I just think that is, again, sometimes it's unavoidable.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's just like being aware of your surroundings, where you are. If you're a client, then also be aware of your surroundings.
Oh my goodness,
do
yes.
you have, is there a photographer that's right over here? Like, move your stuff over where it's right behind where you are.
Or if you see your children running in the background of their photo, be like, hey, by the way, hey, so-and-so, come back, don't get in their photo.
Totally, yeah.
Or even, I'm to the point, again, remember, I can talk to a brick wall. I will actually go and talk to the other photographer and be like, hey, do you mind if I'm gonna photograph here with you, I'll be over here, do you mind if we switch?
Right.
Over, after you're done using this spot, I will, I would love to switch with you, because I would love to use this spot too.
Yes.
The majority of the time, I would say, well, all the time, I have yet to run into a photographer.
I was gonna say, has it happened to you that nobody?
No. I mean, I have been on photography website, or those Facebook groups or whatever, where there are photographers who are like, oh my gosh, this photographer came in and they asked me if I could move and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, well.
That was probably me.
It was probably me. I'm sorry. But we're also here. This is a public park.
Right.
It wasn't anything crazy. But, yes, you are here too, but also you don't own this park. So just as a photographer, as a photographer, just be aware of, other people.
Totally.
Again, sometimes not my strong suit, because I remember I was telling you I'm not
observant.
An observant person.
Yeah.
Yes. And
so you sometimes don't even realize that someone's on top of you.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Most of the time, though, I am pretty aware, just because I'm so focused on what's in my background behind my subject, that if I see another photographer there, then I'll be like, oh my gosh, I just need to go and, say hey. And most of the time I know them.
Right,
so
exactly.
it makes it easy,
Totally.
to be like, oh hey, Paige, or, whatever. But,
and just real quick, the other side of it too is when you are selecting a not as a photographer, but when you are working with a photographer, if you're our client, you're someone else's client, whatever the case may be, giving as much kind of information to the photographer, I feel like is so helpful, because if you do not like the wild, I love that background, but I also like a manicured looking background. So here's a sample of what I like in a background. Here's a sample of what I like in a picture. We're going to be more dressed up for this picture.
Right.
We're going to be in like suits, dresses, and heels. I'm probably not going to take you to the Arboretum area where, I mean, there is a more manicured area there, but again, it's just conversation so that you get out of the session what you want.
Right.
And you don't show up or later after we've already done the session and you don't like it.
Right. Or is there a bathroom?
Or is there a bathroom? Or do you need to change?
Do you need to change?
Like, I do that a lot with seniors because, you know, we have multiple outfit locations and majority of the time you're changing in the car.
That's what I usually say too.
Yeah. So, but again, just things to think about when you're planning for a session.
Yes.
If it's a mini session, realizing it's going to all be at this one location, well, make sure it's a location that you like the background for.
Right, exactly.
That this is kind of consistent with the look you want.
Right. And when you're printing it in your home.
Totally.
I think that's another thing too. Like if you have, you know, a very traditional, like for our home, where a lot of our colors in my home are the more rich like tones. So they're a little more like olive greens, it's the browns, it's the tans, whites, navies, like those kind of colors are very rich. So I'm not necessarily gonna go and photograph in a super modern, you know, location where it's like only, you know, stone, you know, because if I'm printing that and I put it on my wall, it could, I mean, there's probably, you know, if we have interior designers on this, they're like, actually, that could really work. And I'm like, in my brain, you know, I'm like, that does not work.
Right.
But so like right now, I have blown up on my wall is when we travel, I look for a photographer in that city.
To get pictures.
To get photos, right. So what is on our wall right now is a photographer from Colorado. When we went in Colorado and we did photos of there.
Pictures. Those were really pretty. And that's one of the things, like I will have clients tell me, oh, we went to Florida this year and we had our pictures there. And I'm like, do it.
Please
you
do.
You should do that. I do not feel bad that you didn't take your pictures this year with me.
Yes.
Please take your pictures in Colorado when you go or when you're on the beach. Like, can you fly me there with you? Like, I'll go too.
We travel.
I will travel, but I mean, please, like, don't feel bad. Like, if you are somewhere, like, find a photographer that's local or see, you know, I did go to Florida one year and take pictures on the beach for a close family friend. So, like,
because also typically those photographers in that area know the locations.
For sure.
And they know what looks best and where to go for that specific place.
Well, and we're not taking beach photography all the time. Like I found when I was going to take these pictures in Florida, I really had to think about it. Like technically with my camera, I had to consider it in a totally different way because there were no trees.
No,
you know, like it's
full sun,
and it's white, and
windy.
There are so many factors that, again, like if you're in Florida, they know what they're doing. They do this all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and
all
they
that to
know
say,
the location, they know the specs, they know where to go. But yeah, we do. That's one of the ways that we get our Christmas card in is when we go to a new spot or anywhere, you know, I find a cute photographer that I like, their aesthetic. I reach out to him and be like, hey, we are flying in.
Yes.
Can you know, are you available?
I love it. I think it's great. And we had a Houston photographer that moved to Florida that anytime anybody asks me, I always send her the business, you know, because I know her stuff is great. Anyway, so I 100% think, yes, do that, please. And don't feel bad about it.
And don't feel bad about it, no, because we do it too.
Totally.
Yeah, I know.
Totally.
Anyway, that's a lot about location.
Hopefully it was interesting.
I hope so too. And just to know that your photographer does put a lot of time and effort into thinking about location.
Absolutely. Yeah,
it does matter.
There's a lot of effort. There's a lot of thought behind it. And if you don't love a location that you've seen, we're always open to, I'm always open to trying new places. And I have even driven by new places.
Yes.
To just see like, oh, that will work.
Right.
Or, you know, yes, I love this new location idea. Let's do it.
Let's try it.
I'll just find where the best lighting is. So
right,
anyway,
that's exactly right.
Sure.
Right, and if you found that, or if you drive by something as a client, to say like, hey, I just drove by this place on this spot. Just go look at it, see if it works.
For sure.
I think it looks really pretty or really
Yes.
cool or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
that's it.
Okay. Oh,
We wrapped it up last episode.
I love it. Okay, friends, thanks so much for joining us on this first season of Lifestyle and Lenses.
And we will see you guys next season.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
That was great.
We did it.
Oh, I love that.
High five.
It was good.
That was good. Okay. I'm going to save this.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, my voice was starting. Did you feel it?
I'm like, well, I coughed. Hopefully, I'm gonna make a
You
note
can-
in there to be like, hey, edit out the cough.
She will. She does a really good job.
Mhm.
I can tell. And I feel like, was it whatever the last one I was listening to, I loved how she added the music.
Yes.
Like it was almost a transition. Maybe it was when we talked about what we were going to talk about and then we went into top 3.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Me too. Because then if somebody wants to skip our top 3s,
Really
they
not.
can. Well, no one's gonna skip it.
Nobody.
But if they did, then
That's true.
they could just listen for the music, like
Yeah.
transition. And just
we
skip
do
that.
want to turn off our.
Oh yeah, and then we also need to take a quick picture.
Oh yeah. What do you think about where you want this one?